because it's getting it done more intelligently, it's getting it done more faster, and ultimately what that means is that there's more profit for me. There are still people out there that don't want to sit down with AI by themselves. So this is why we have things like the AI Empire Society in place, because we absolutely want to encourage people to, encourage them to adapt. Um, Even right now, I am working with a client who, when I guess when they think about it, right, they work in the accounting field, and they're actually only able to humanly take on like maybe one client at a time because of the amount of paperwork and the amount of hands-on work that's actually involved. Now we're discussing how to use AI and automation to get that work done a whole lot faster and a whole lot affordable so that they can scale themselves and still be able to take on more clients. So it's a win-win. So we're talking about you picking up the right skill set and having the opportunity to 5, 10x what your normal salary might have been, if you adapt AI and use it in the proper way.
Yeah, and I want to mention this too. By the way, Micah is the co-founder of the AI Empire Society, which they do events all the time. If you want to go follow Micah and be a part of what they're doing, you can go to AIEmpiresociety.com. That's AIEmpiresociety.com. Somebody put that in the chat if you could. I know some of you are already members. The Black Business School is the co-sponsor of that. And also, by the way, Chanel is here. Chanel Still is here to talk to you about, for any of those of you that are interested in joining us at the start of the year when we do a new cohort for our stock options program, COIN, which stands for Certified Options Investing Network. It's where we spend 6 weeks studying stock options from A to Z. And when you get done, you take a certification exam. And when you get done, you will be fully versed in all areas related to stock options. We adjusted coin. The course used to be 12 weeks. We shrank it to 6 weeks, and we reduced the price significantly for it to make it affordable for anybody that wants to participate. And you can bring your whole family. So Chanel is going to put all the links in there in the chat for you, for those that are interested. And you can just click on that link and talk to her, ask her if you have any questions. She's right there in the comments. If I'm not, there she is. All right. So anyway, so Micah, let me give you some stats about AI influencers that will just it's about to rock your world. It's really gonna rock it. When like y'all gonna freak out when I tell you all these statistics about AI influencers and why you probably don't want to fight the flow. Like you probably don't want to like be that one person out of a billion who just says, "Oh, AI is a fad and it's gonna go away." Let me give you some stats. Number one, top AI influencers now. There are many top AI influencers that make more than human influencers. There are a lot of virtual influencers that are already generating $1 to $5 million a year. There's no travel, there's no managers, there's no scandals. Ain't no AI influencers getting locked up for trafficking cocaine. Ain't no, there's no AI influencers out here stealing people's babies' mamas. No AI influencers out here, getting caught calling somebody the N word. Like none of that stuff. They did the AI, they live in AI world where everything works and everything's perfect. The other stat I wanted to share with everybody, just so you know where this thing is going, because you really want to know where the puck is going, so to speak. Brands actually trust. Did you know this, Micah? That brands actually trust AI influencers more than humans. So they did a study in 2024, and they found that 60% of brands, of marketers, they prefer AI influencers over humans because they don't miss deadlines, they don't get old, they don't create any PR crisis that you have to deal with, etc. And this makes me think about something, and I'm going to share this, and I'll throw the ball back at you. It reminds me, I was talking to John Boyd, who is the a great he's a great dad. He's been in here before. He's B1. He manages the group Infinity Song and his daughter Victory Boyd. How many of y'all, I hope a lot of y'all know about Victory Boyd, Infinity Song, and all. They're a great family. They performed at the convention. Now they're just selling out arenas all throughout the world. Like they are killing it right now. And I told him, I said, I made a joke because he was talking about artists, how artists can be up and down, and he's not really sure all the time what's going on with his artists. And I said, Louis B. Mayer. I read that book I told you all to read, is An Empire of Their Own: How the Jews Invented Hollywood. In that book, where they talk, in extreme detail about how Hollywood was created in a very positive way. It wasn't negative or anti nothing. One thing that they said was Louis B. Mayer, who created MGM, he hated movie stars. They just drove him crazy because he said, you know, you get what you people got attitudes. You know, he said I find somebody that was like borderline homeless who's struggling, who can't even get enough food to eat, and I would see talent in that person. And you bring him in and you're helping him out, you give him a little opportunity, and then they blow up and become famous. He says, next thing you know, the person ain't taking my calls, they're not showing up to the movie set on time, they're going out getting high on drugs. And he said so he decided actually he said the only star at MGM is going to be the lion because the lion is just going to roar before the movie. You know, the lion that goes "Rah," before the movies. He said that's going to be the only movie star at MGM. We will not have any more movie stars because human beings can be tough to figure out. Now, Mike, I'm gonna pass the ball to you while I step out and grab my water. But what do you think about that? Did you want to kind of speak on that for a second?
Yeah, sure thing. So I think that there's some truth into that. I think there's some truth about that. I think at the end of the day, you kind of have to look at what is best for the customer. And by the customer, I don't necessarily mean the person who is possibly purchasing the product from the influencer. The customer, as far as, who is paying for this shoot to get done, right? And there's a whole lot of variables that go into all of those things. We are talking about like making sure like, okay, is the model the right weight? Is the studio in the right place? Is the lighting okay? Is the makeup artist okay? How many times do we have to shoot this in order to get it right? Are all the camera angles correct? Right? And all of these details, that takes a whole lot of tediousness or whatnot. Sometimes it can even take, hours or even days on end. And I guess you could say, like, I am not surprised by business owners themselves deciding, like, you know what? I think I'm going to trust the AI influencer more than I trust the human influencer. So yeah, it's not too much of a surprise to me.
Hmm.
I get it. And it's not to say that the AI influencer is better than a human influencer, right? I think that there's room for both.